Hello, everybody. We are live, and it is the True Vapor Show with another fine bunch of folk today. And I'm going to go ahead and start it off, and well, I just lost one. So, start it off with Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Well, thanks for having me again. I'm Daniel from DJ LSB Vapes YouTube channel. I do vape reviews, more electronic mods related, more geeky related. But yeah, I try to do everything. And that's it.
Nice. And next we have Andrew, who is muted.
No, I'm not. I was being courteous of the other guests on the show. I am Heavy Metal Vapor, as you can see right there, owner of Southside Vaporium. This morning, I am vaping on the Snow Wolf, the white Snow Wolf, which I'm in love with the tugboat, of course. The SX Mini with the crown tank, with some Phil Rock Reserve in it, and the e-cig box mod with the Royal Hunter, running some Wapper's Delight stainless steel wire and some Texas, not Texas Tough, just red organic cotton. It's working out pretty fucking well.
Ooh. And next we have Mark.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mark from Vape & Fagan, and this morning I am using the Snow Wolf 1.5, not the white version.
Oh,
Andrew's a bastard, and the TFB4 tank. And in the tank, I'm using what is this stuff called? It's really good. I think it's called the Drizzle. I don't know. It's like I got a few of them, but this one's the New York cheesecake, and it's this is some good stuff.
I had the drizzle once.
Those are the drips, not the drizzle.
Oh,
okay. You get the right medication for that.
Yeah, I had to go get a shot.
And next we have Daryl.
Shergan, Quest for Vape. I'm up in Long Island, New York, and today I am vaping the Crown Rebuild steel wire in there, and then I also rebuilt my Goblin Mini yesterday from Nate Jones, regular vape dude, sent me some vape mails. Steel 316 stainless, and I've got my Sigali 150 in temperature control and my IPV 3LI in temperature control with stainless.
Nice. And next we have Zach.
Morning, people. I am super tired this morning. And I'm Zach from over in the Vape and Moderation channel. We do like DIY projects and the such. I'm vaping on one of those DIY projects right now, DNA 200 with 18650s on a crown, and I am vaping this Freckles by Ginger Vapes.
Nice. And I am Scott with ST Vapes. Wherever my finger might go, I got my new little logo.
All over the screen.
Thanks a lot, Fluffy, for the help on that one. Today I am on Vapor Shark with the Star Pro, doing a little Lost Fog there. And from time to time, I'll be on the LI with the Dark Horse Mini, doing a little Caribbean Dream.
So this just popped up across the wire.
Hot wire. Let me.
Hold on, I gotta see that.
Oh shit!
Jeremy is apparently releasing an what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So who wants to vape some flavors like porn jizz or cock stash?
He's actually he's a LD teacher.
Yeah, he's fucking LD is what he is.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of him.
And the jokes will be endless on a juice like that. So
Hung like a horse. That'll be one of them.
Oh yeah,
He was like my idol when I was a kid watching porn.
man, you
I was a
were
pathetic little
on
kid.
that shit, wasn't you?
What are you guys talking about?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, the porn star, has got his the old porn star has got his new line of e-juice coming out, or he's getting into
Oh,
business.
does he really?
Even on porn business, he must have his juice always coming out.
Oh,
Hey,
money
that's funny.
shot. Money shot. That's
There we
that's
go.
gonna be the. There you go, Scott. That one's gonna be a pineapple and cream flavor.
Oh hell!
Right.
And a little bit of Ron Jeremy's soul goes into each bottle.
As long as it's not sweat or his
It's a little.
fucking.
He dabs his penis in every batch.
Yeah, he dips it into each gallon container.
There's a little extra love in every bottle, so
Ugh. Cool vapes will love it.
yeah. So what's new out in the vaping world as we know it today? And don't all jump up at once.
I seen another e-juice, and it was all about phobias, and they just came out with their first one, which is linophobia or something like that, which is fear of ropes, and it shows a person being hung by a rope on the fucking label.
Are you serious?
Not joking at all. And worse, it's a shadow of a person. It's not like you can see a person. It's a really dark person.
Jesus.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fucking dead serious. I was looking at it yesterday on Facebook, and just way across the line, nobody was liking it. Nobody came and was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Everybody was like, "This is bull spit."
That's fucking crazy.
Called I think phobia.
It just doesn't. No business calls on the show. Of course, Andrew's going to be in and out. He's about to have his business open here shortly, so. Danny, you got a new
How's
little
that going?
toy here.
What?
You got a new little toy in. What did you just get?
No, it's the same as yesterday. It's the e-cig VTC Mini in greenish blue or some sort of.
Those mods are beautiful. I got the
Yeah.
white one, and it's awesome looking.
It's awesome. I'm not a fan of the tank, of the Ego 1 Mega Tank, but with the CLR coils, yeah, it's better, but still too noisy. Still a very noisy tank, but it's a wonderful mod. I'm loving.
Still getting battery life that you're enjoying?
Yeah, yeah. It's a very, very good battery life.
Cool. Mark, you got any new toys in? You always do?
Like nothing really exciting. The Snow Wolf 1.5, the e-cig Mini, like Daniel got VT, the Pegasus. They sent me like a new Freak Show Tiny, one that doesn't have issues with it. I got the this ohm meter is supposed to compete with the 521. It's USA made. Real nice wiring job on the inside. I mean, this thing is like wired like.
Oh,
beautiful.
damn. That's
Yeah.
cool looking.
And what else? Shitload of e-liquid and just some, the average crap.
Let me see the Pegasus. I've just seen those in a few little ads. How you liking that one?
So far, it's pretty nice. It's got this weird, like little, like to adjust a wattage. It's like a little toggle wheel, and you kind of just turn it. You keep spinning it, and you just can adjust it. It's kind of really unique. It's a nice, like, kind of smooth nice little mod, kinda. I don't like the tank, the Triton tank, but the mod
Yeah.
it comes in it. This one came in a kit. It's like the mod, the tank, and I think some coil heads.
Now,
How's it?
how easy is it to turn that wheel? Would that wheel like turn when you're putting it in your pocket and stuff? Or
No, it's got some it's pretty firm. You actually have to kind of push on it real hard to kind of get it to turn. It's a nice smooth turn.
okay.
And then I got these things. So far, I recommend stay away. They're complete garbage. These gold Clapton coil heads for the sub tanks, the Aspires.
Ah, so you got
I've used
yours.
I've used one, and I mean it's worse. It's more worse than the actual stock coil heads.
Really?
Yeah.
Why they didn't did that?
Yeah, they're. I don't know. Maybe I just tried a bad one. I'm gonna try the Atlantis ones, but the sub tank one was horrible. Anything over 30 watts and it was like burnt.
Well, for the price of those coils, like you should not get a bad one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What is the price tag on those? Do you know?
I think they're like in the $27 range for. I didn't price it. They are kind of pricey, but I don't know the price. I think it was $27 for I think 4 maybe. I could be wrong.
Holy crap.
It's gold plated, and if you have to ask how much it costs, then you probably can't afford it.
I
Yeah.
just don't understand why they're gold plated. Like it doesn't really improve anything.
It's aesthetics, Mark. People like shiny shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you add your e-liquid, it doesn't really seem gold, unless you're using like straight clear e-liquid.
No.
Well, y'all heard it here. Don't waste your money.
Are you able to get one up close to the camera, Mark?
Yeah, hold
I'd
on.
like to actually see that.
He's got my ringtone going in his head now.
Oh, I know.
This is the one for I think the
Atlantis?
no the which one is this for? Hold on.
That's for an Arctic.
There you go, Arctic. And I don't have autofocus on, but and then the top is like kind of unique looking.
Huh.
Like you can't really see the cotton in there. It kind of has a little, I don't know, like little reservoir going on at the top.
Yeah, it looks like it just funnels in there.
Yeah, and they're Clapton coils on the inside,
Hmm.
and they're pretty heavy too.
Do they? I don't guess they give an average lifetime on them, do they?
No, they don't. But I mean, I put the sub tank one in, and I knew it had a break-in period, but I vaped it like almost a whole day, and it was like anything over 30 watts, it was burnt, and then the vapor production was just horrible. Like there was nothing, and the Kanger heads were like way better than these things. So I'm gonna break out my older tanks, the Atlantis and stuff, and try the other ones and see if it's the same thing. But and then there's another company. Oh, this company just started. I don't know let's see, do I have the name of the company? I don't think I do. But this is a new company that just came out, and they're making coil heads for like all the different sub-ohm tanks, and they're making like single, dual vertical, parallel, and they're making all these different types of coil heads like for every single tank. And they're supposed to, they're just, I don't know, there are different types of builds inside the coil head, and you can order them like in 4 and 5 packs.
So it's going to be like the freaking smoke tank that's got freaking 100,000 different coils for it.
Exactly. And you could apparently order, you go to the drop down menu, you choose the tank you have, and then it gives you like the selection of coils you can order. I haven't tried them yet, but it's kind of the way the site's like laid out. It's kind of, not the site, but the options are kind of cool. But I don't know how the coil heads actually vape.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it was
a really good
I
idea.
figured it was a pretty cool idea.
By the way, anyone knows about the new eVic, the new eLeaf iStick 60 watts?
Haven't heard.
What?
Yeah.
Are they going to be TC?
Yeah, and different. Let me share. I just found.
Oh wow, that's small.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys. Here is.
Ew, that's kind of ugly, or just me?
Let's lock that screen so we can.
I've got it locked.
Cool.
Oh, damn, it's like a freaking...
It's kind of neat. It's kind of rounded.
Yeah, and the 510 centers.
Yeah, that's nice that it's centered.
Yeah.
You have a picture of that new
Nice.
Sigelli 200 that's coming out in December? That's awesome.
The one with the color screen.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
Wait.
going to be on everyone's list. I
Wait,
posted a short
what?
video clip of that.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I could play this video clip on my Facebook page. Let's see. Screen.
Oh, are they doing one like the SMY or something?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
screen is like a million times better. Let's see if you could see this video or not. Hold on, start over.
Sweet.
Hold on. Come on, go to the screen. You guys see this or no?
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, damn.
Yeah, that screen is
Oh, that's cool as shit.
That
beautiful
is.
looking.
It's super bright.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you have one in your possession.
Oh no, they're not coming out till like December. So I'm not sure if they're being sent to reviewers in December or if they're actually coming out in December.
Okay.
But that's
Cool.
that screen I think is beautiful.
I wonder if that's going to be a big trending thing there with those type screens.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it's
even better.
just like television. Television went from being a new thing to being just black and white, and then color, and then HD, and then now 4K. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be cool as shit when I can link my iPod to my fucking Snow Wolf.
I think we're going to start seeing stuff like that, and I think we're going to start seeing like larger screens like that, and it's going to have like all the specs and all the readouts on the screen, like every single thing, like your voltage, your amps, and like the amp draw, and I mean like everything. I think we're going to
The
have like
graph.
we're going to have more detailed shit.
That's
on the
great.
screen, I bet.
It's gonna say graphed by DJ LSB Labs.
There you go.
He is the man.
Graph provided by P. Basardo wannabe.
People saw the impersonator.
Yeah, from the wrong side of the internet.
From the wrong side. Damn.
Debbie, how's the shop coming along?
Oh shit! I knew this question was coming.
Come on,
it's-
come on, it's you.
It's getting there. It's like I said, like I told Brett and them last night, just 30%, 35, somewhere in there. So, but it's one of those things where the hill is very steep. So the ball is just now in the rolling stages. So, once the ball gets rolling, everything rolls downhill way faster once it gets going. So, that's what it's looking like right now. Like next week will be a massive ramp up in disappearances of heavy metal vapor. So
we won't be seeing you a whole lot on these shows anymore, huh?
well, I mean, I'm still gonna try to do my show, and I mean, this show's early enough to where I ain't gonna get up and go bust my ass at fucking 10 o'clock in the morning, anyways. So I think your show and Mark's show are pretty safe because that's well, I don't know because what do you call it? Walking Dead starts up soon, so Mark's show might have to go to the fucking back burner.
Damn.
I'll just have to catch that shit on replay.
A lot of people watch Walking Dead, and I don't know. Maybe I'll just have the show playing in the background.
You got a TV back there.
I know. I just show it, play it in the back. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag my shit. And
Yeah, and I mean, then we can say, Mark, shut up, man. We're trying to watch the show.
exactly. I'll probably get more viewers too. Shit.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny that me and Mark was talking about this a little while back. I think Well, at least my show got started. Me and Daryl's show got started over the summertime, and I think everybody was kind of pumping pretty hard in the summer. But now, like, football season started up, so we got Sunday night football on, and it's going to start maybe affecting some things, I would guess. But I guess that's what we got replay for.
Yep.
Yeah. Baseball playoff.
Well, see, y'all are safe though. This time slot is untouched.
Yeah.
Y'all are tapping into an unused market because you got people at work like
AMC.
like my wife. She's not doing anything. Chances are she's watching this show.
Oh, hey, Britt, how you doing?
Just to make sure I'm not talking shit about her.
Yeah, AMC channel didn't want to go up against, so
Yeah,
it would lose ratings.
they didn't want to take on the mighty ST and Daryl Shergan show.
They don't give vape shit away on The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey, there's a pretty decent topic. Zombie apocalypse.
Tell me about it.
Yes.
What mod do you take?
Do I take from my own collection or somebody else's collection?
I'm gonna take my Bigfoot mechanical box mod, so that way I can beat the zombies over the head with it and still vape at the same time, since it's like built like a brick.
Yeah, that's why I take my PVA. That's why I would take my PVA.
Yeah,
That's why I
Yeah,
would
but
take
why would you take that?
gang mod.
the gang mod. There you go.
Hey, there's the perfect use for the fucking gang mod.
Yeah.
But really, since I'm the DIY guy, I would just like wire up to the car battery and make my own atomizer out of a pipe and some barbed wire, like a cloth. Just wrap that bitch up and.
I always wondered, if you had sex with a zombie, would you turn into one?
Well,
Just, if they bite you, you will.
it happens through fluid exchange in the mouth, so
Oh,
maybe.
so that, yeah,
I mean, unless you were wearing a condom and a body bag.
okay.
So what you're saying is there might be an e-liquid that turns you into a zombie.
But you might.
That's gross. But yes, highly plausible.
Oh, let me give a plug in real quick while I'm sitting here looking at it. By the way, in the Dark Horse Mini, and this goes out to you, Mr. Raven, I'm using my Texas Tough there, kid. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It is, that shit just keeps going and going, so do appreciate that hookup there.
Yeah, Scott, I got to run, buddy. It was good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It's always nice to talk to you boys. But duty calls, so.
Okay, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
If I get home in a relatively decent time, I'll hop back on here.
Okay. I appreciate
bud.
it.
Later, man.
Peace.
Yeah, I got
Later.
some of that Texas stuff the other day too. It's pretty good.
Did you?
What is it, cotton?
Yes, it's man, it's some thick stuff there. I'll pull some out for you.
I really can't believe, like, it blows my mind that they're still coming out with cotton. Like, I mean, it all comes from one plant still.
Exactly. But I loaded some of this stuff up just the other night. Give you an idea there. Oh, it's like a big, massive, thick.
Yeah, and it's like tan in color. It's not.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up in the light, but
Yeah, I got some stuff like that up here somewhere. It's not all pure white.
yeah, it's good stuff though, because I actually was sitting here the other night in the G spot talking, and just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. I forgot. Oh damn, I need to re-drip here in a second. And where normal cotton, I'd have been getting dry hits like crazy. This just kept going and going. So it's good stuff though.
Cool. How's the flavor when you're
Wait,
breaking in the cotton? How many hits does it take to get?
now that it did take a little bit to get it get it up and going there somewhat. I don't remember the exact on it, but a little bit more than what normally it would, but it pays off in the long run because, like I said, it hits like a champ.
The only thing I found I didn't like about it is like the little pamphlet that comes with it. It says remove any particles in the cotton.
I noticed that too, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, damn, do I got to start digging in here for crap before I load it up?
Yeah.
So,
What the hell? I didn't bother, but
no, I didn't either. I just loaded it.
just kind of covering themselves in case you find a big ass like seed or stem or whatever. Who knows what the cotton.
That's what I was thinking. It'll be just like something else, and if a seed pops, it pops. Well, Daryl, have you got anything new lately?
Yeah. I got the Sense, the makers of the Heracles, made this new sub-ohm tank called the Cyclone, and I got that.
Nice. I've been hearing about that one a little bit.
We'll see. Supposedly you can hit this up to 150 watts.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I've been using mine, and I was able to get it to 150 as long as you open the airflow on the drip tip. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's on a stock coil?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was surprised. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah.
Was it like a .25 coil in it or something?
No, I think it. What was it? I forget what the coil head was. I don't think it was a .25. I don't
Really?
know off. Yeah, but if you don't open the airflow on the drip tip, it's gonna get nasty. But it's weird the way that the tank works. It's not like every other tank. The airflow is like a little bit different. It kind of comes in from the top. It's hard to explain, but it's built differently from other tanks.
Gotcha.
Play around with that. I did crown tanks from UL with my logo. I'm looking around so I could show you guys. Hold on. I want to give. I hope that's okay. Be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab this coffee I just brewed too. Hold on.
All right.
I already had my coffee, so I'm good.
They did a nice job on this. Let me see if I can hold it up close.
I'm gonna lock you in.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Come back,
Check
just
1 2. Check 1 2.
come back just a hair, Daryl. Oh. Oh, there you
I
go.
think it needs like. There it is. It's kind of like an inverted.
Oh, wow.
Like where my logo would be black and white. This is white and black. It came out very nicely. It's classy.
This is nice.
So
Nice.
this is gonna be the giveaway for this show today. ST, I have stuff piling up. Lightning line from a couple of weeks ago. You got to pick a winner. I have for the Schwartz e-liquid line, and then this is the giveaway for today. I only got 5 of these, so it's 1 of 5 in the world. I'm keeping 1. I'm giving away one on this channel, and then I'm giving 2 away for my 2K subscriber giveaway coming up here. I don't know, in the next day or 2 I should hit 2,000, and I'm going to
Nice.
give 2 of these away.
Congrats to you on that.
So my hands on stuff. These companies are sometimes generous, and I just want to pass it along. Yes, Crown. The sponsor a smoker program. If you guys know of a smoker in need that has a compelling story that's legit, let me know. I just don't have enough mods to give away for them to power those. So if you know anybody with an overabundance of like 50 watt-ish range mods, then let me know if we can get them there, because I do have being me. That, you know, I try and filter them out from the moochers to the, like I check out their Facebook, see if it didn't get created like 2 days ago, and you know if they have legitimately are out there in the world and they're trying to get off cigarettes, struggling with it, then that's what the program's for.
All right. Well, why don't we do this, since that's a very nice gift that you were doing there. Let's say we will pick a winner on next week's show for Daryl's logoed black crown tank. You will need, for one thing, you will need to be subscribed to everybody on the panel, of course.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you need to leave in the comments section why you think you should get that tank. Let's do it like that.
Oh, I like that. Nice.
So, and we'll pick a winner next week on that one. So, oh, you know, I did want to, which this is kind of irrelevant, but and Mark would be the only one that would maybe appreciate it. I don't know. I was looking the other day at something. Do you realize they have this in black now, also? The Star Pro.
Are
Really?
you serious? Do they?
Yeah, they got a black one. If you go to Sweet Vapes, they've got it on their site.
Wow.
Kind of wild looking.
Have you had any leak problems lately with it or no?
No more leak problems. Everything's been running good on it. So
Yeah, they contacted me, and they said that they fixed the problem, but they didn't fix it. They said they just changed the threading on the ring.
uh-huh.
That way it turns the opposite way now. I'm like, well, that really doesn't fix the problem, but you know, yeah, but the ring is going to turn differently now.
And that doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't, but that's what
Because
they said.
if you are screwing the top part, you're gonna need to have it on the on position. Doesn't make sense at
Yeah,
all to
I don't
have
know
it
what
reversed.
I told them just to get, like, when they redesign it, just get rid of it. Let's completely get rid of that part. But it's a really good tank, though.
Yeah, that does suck that you think they would have gotten a little bit more depth on it trying to fix that opposed to just saying something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still, if it came down to it, if I had my choice between the version 1 and 2, I'd go with the version 1. But, oh well, it is what it is.
Did they discontinue the version 1, or is that still in the market being sold?
Still available.
Great.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it's a great tank. Especially if somebody wanted to get started off into sub-ohming and they couldn't, let's say, they couldn't find a crown tank. To me, that's like the second best option, just for a tank straight out of the box, putting a coil in and running with it. So
If you can't find a crown.
if you can't find a crown, exactly.
If there's an apocalypse situation and there's no crowns around, everybody has already taken them all, then this is what you get.
Exactly. And with most of the, at least the online vendors now, noticing are starting to carry the black model, and they have significantly dropped the price on the stainless ones now, because I'm seeing them as low. I think one site was showing it for $22. So, and before they were running at least between $33, $35. So,
And now there's no excuse to not have a crown.
not
Damn,
at all.
that's cheap.
We're all kings now.
Hell yeah. Matter of fact, I just bought a few bricks of .25s for the crown because I was out. So I love mine.
I'm
Price
jealous.
on those has come down a bit too, because I've seen those for sale for about $15 for a 4-pack. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I actually got mine for $11.99.
That's awesome.
I'm jealous.
well, you-
I want a black one with my logo.
I'm certain you'll have it soon.
I'm so surprised
Just
they didn't
kidding.
give you one.
Yeah, I have been saying that to them, but
That's so crazy. They didn't send you one. I can't believe it.
Must be a language barrier.
Something's going on.
she's
I had to do
ignoring.
some sweet talking. I'm not the size of a channel that gets that stuff.
See, you gotta practice. You gotta practice your northern accent, Daniel.
Okay.
That'll get you it right there.
Maybe I need to jump to the other side of the internet
Yes.
That would help.
and then come back.
That would help.
You're on the wrong side. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Daniel, did you hit your 5,000 mark yet?
Yeah, I already passed. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
And Zach, you got anything in the works?
I just passed 600 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations. That's
Congratulations.
Got a couple of mods here I'm working on, the DNA 200 for Phenom and another mod whose name I can't really mention. I can't give it any publicity, but doing a favor for a friend who desperately wanted one.
Cool.
Well, that
And you are
person's-
building mine.
And I got your chip ordered already, Daniel.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
I noticed that Mike Vapes has been doing some more videos with his boxer mods out, so he must be having a little craze going again.
Oh, no doubt that it's a decent mod. I have nothing against that, the mod itself.
Yeah.
Mark, that's one you don't have yet, is it? You don't have a boxer mod, do you?
No, I was gonna buy one. Who was I talking to? It was either Zach or it was somebody, and they were telling me how the 3D printing was like really kind of thin. I don't know who. Someone told. And then when I asked Mike, he said, "Oh no, it's not thin. It's built pretty well." So I don't know. I was like on the fence. I didn't know if if it was cheap or not, how the quality of it was. But I really like the form factor of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good on their new models. I did break mine though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I snapped it right down here. If you look, let me get it there. Right there, I cracked between the.
How'd you crack it?
I dropped it.
Oh.
I dropped it, and I re-glued it already with some epoxy, but
Yeah. See, it's things like that, like it won't survive a fall.
But the newer ones are better?
no, I mean the plastic is the plastic, man. I even broke this one last night. Check it out. Check it out. Look, see that little? Wait a minute. Let me get my hand out of the way. See that little chip chunk that's taken out of there?
Yeah.
I dropped it on the floor, and that chunk just went missing.
Okay. But we can buy the door separately.
Not on this one, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We need to buy you some of that
Carpeting?
padded tape.
Yeah.
Just wrap it around it.
Well, I was thinking about you know how you used to have those little lanyards with your lighter that like zip back to your pants and stuff. I was thinking that for a mod that way even if I drop it, it'll just zip up to my hip. Because I'm constantly putting my mod on my lap, and then standing up wherever I'm at, bars, people's houses, and the mod. So they get tested. They get tested over here at Vape and Moderation. We are not moderate with how quick we bust mods.
What about the? Oh, go ahead.
This fellow that I know from my local area, I had him on my coil building show the other day. Nukerbot. He does 3D printing, and he uses a different kind of resin that's like incredibly strong. I don't know. I forgot. He told me what it was, but they use it in like bulletproof glass.
Alumide?
It could be. I forgot what exactly he told me it was, but he uses a different kind of resin, and he showed me this like drip tip cap that he had made on his 3D printer, and the thing was like strong as hell. So that's they put a layer of that in like the windshields of bulletproof of like cars for bulletproofing and stuff. So I think geez, that wouldn't break. You maybe need to have him if you can get the plans and designs, he can 3D print that for you.
Well, nowadays they have 3D scanners. You can just stick the thing in and it will copy it.
No kidding.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's why clones come out so quick nowadays.
Well, also too, speaking of that, Axe has been making some pretty cool boxes. Have y'all seen those yet on the Vaporium site?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a few. He's showing them.
Yeah.
They look pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like to have that blue one he's been showing. It's pretty neat.
He's getting pretty good.
Oh yeah.
He was good. Now he's getting like maestro quality.
Well, that's his business now, so
I did. I got all the parts. In fact, the rest of it is coming today in the mail for my CNC machine. Man, I already got it working and shit. I already got it to where I can tell it to run the motors, no problem. I just got to. I got to get these things in today so I can finish planning how to build the frame. But once I have all the pieces in my hand and I build the frame, it's just gonna be a matter of plugging in STIs, I think, or STL files from like SolidWorks or AutoCAD or something like that.
That's going to be for like wood and composite and plastics. It's not going to be for metal, is it?
It'll be strong enough for aluminum. It'll be strong enough for a lot. Actually, I say it'll be strong enough for aluminum, but I so overshoot all my parts that it's good and likely that it'll be strong enough for much more than aluminum.
Kind of grab a beer.
A beer.
yeah, I forgot. I was gonna say, we ain't drinking this early now, but it's not
Oh,
early for him.
it's afternoon over there.
He's done put his day in. Any new good items? Any new items coming down the pipe for anybody?
There's it's not really like too exciting, but there's this e-liquid that's I don't know if VaporRev is putting it out or if they're just carrying it, but it's an e-liquid, I guess, and the nicotine is not extracted from tobacco leaves. It's like, I don't know if it's where the nicotine comes from, but it's some kind of, like, I don't know. They didn't really give me too many details, but they're gonna send me like one bottle of each, like one with the nicotine extracted from a tobacco leaf, and then one with this like synthetic or whatever nicotine or something.
Does anybody suddenly feel a little dirty?
Oh!
I was wondering why I was getting stared at over here.
Oh, there we go.
What's
I
up,
didn't
Dirty?
hop in.
How you guys doing?
Good, how's it going, brother?
I've been frustrated as all fuck today.
Oh shit.
I would too if I was wearing that hat.
Yeah. Oh, that would be if we lost week 1 like the Ravens, yeah. But we won, buddy.
Cheerio, kid. Work giving you hell.
Sound issues and video issues, man. Since yesterday, I knew I shouldn't have did it. I ran a fucking Mac update. And then ever since I ran that Mac update yesterday, like here on Google it's only on Google Hangouts, my sound and audio will cut out, and I have to keep refreshing like everybody else has been doing, and it's annoying me.
Is the new operating system?
No, it was just an update. It just had an update for, I'll tell you exactly.
Because I have the GM version, the final beta one.
Yep.
And I think I'm fine.
I'm gonna avoid the update then.
Or
I have 10. It was, I don't know. It had pro video formats. This update includes the support for the following professional video codecs, and it lists a bunch of codecs it now supports. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm on Yosemite 1010.5.
Okay. And do you have the Parian pack of codecs installed?
Yes.
Okay. Should be fine.
DJ's on that El Capitan.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Every time I do a Mac update, I no longer am able to do the stuff that I knew how to do before. I have to relearn. So I'm going to avoid that until I absolutely have to.
So it's like it's battling for my sound, like only on Google Hangouts though that way. And then when I shot 3 videos yesterday, and then I go to edit them, and then halfway, and it wasn't like I could edit it out because it was like in the middle of me speaking, but then in the middle of something like parts of my screen would get pixelated, and I was like, what the fuck is that? That's never happened to me.
Huh.
Holy shit.
I noticed like when I was editing my videos in Final Cut Pro, there was some kind of weird audio glitches. Like it was doing weird shit. It sounded like the levels were like too high, but they weren't, and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, you can go into the audio portion of that and edit the audio. Like you can.
Yeah, I mean, I brought the level down, like to where it wasn't hitting like the red zone, but it was still like had that crackleness to it. And I don't
there's
understand what it was.
if you go into the audio, like when you're on a video clip, on the top right when it has like things you can do. If you click audio and you go in there, you can analyze the audio, and in there's like a loudness, echo and hum and a noise removal. Like there's a bunch of different options you can do for audio there. You might need to hit the loudness so it pulls out that crackle.
Oh, that'll pull
Yeah,
it out.
I use the uniformity option, and
Yeah, normalize.
uniforms everything.
It's all because you changed that camera.
Yeah, I know, right? I changed my camera angle, and everything gets fucking haywire, and it's been driving me batty. Because I'm like creature of habit. Once I get something to work, I usually don't touch it. I'm like, I just leave it there.
Yeah,
And yesterday I started messing around. And everything's all fucked up.
That's how it was when I updated to Yosemite for Mac. Like everything was, all my video shit was all fucked up, and drivers weren't available, and like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried about updating to the newest one when it's already out, but kind of worried about updating.
So how's everybody doing besides listening to me bitch about my audio and video problems?
Shit, man.
I rendered my last video in less than a minute.
Ooh.
Damn.
In less than a minute, and it's an 8-minute video, but it rendered in less than a minute.
Damn.
Mm.
Gotta love
How?
that shit.
How? Using Power Director has this SVRT. It's like a super fast rendering technology, and it takes all the input settings. However the video comes, it places that on the output settings. So basically, all it has to do is cut, snip, and tie together. It doesn't actually have to render anything.
Okay.
Oh, but if you put titles and transitions and animations,
Yes.
it will take longer.
Yes, but it's not that much longer. It's like it's not instantaneous like when you don't edit, but the rendering is still super quick on it, like under 10 minutes for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I just recently learned that. Like, my videos, I used to have all these like added transitions and all this stuff in there, and my videos were taking forever to like render, and now I just have like a few of them, and it's so much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a whole. Maybe that's why I've never had issues with transitions, because I don't put a whole lot of that shit in my videos. I don't really edit a whole lot.
Yeah, that's.
I leave all my fuck ups in there and laugh at it when I watch it later.
I kind of like Indoor Smokers. Doesn't really edit his videos too much like that. He has a bunch of shit on the wall behind him to like brand name, whatever whatever you would normally want to stick on your video. He has it stuck behind him, so like no need to edit that shit in.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fucking slick. I should do that. This wall right here is behind me every time that I'm on camera, so I could like,
Yeah, but that's kind of against the newer YouTube rules.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Have logos of companies.
Yeah, it's like I don't know when I see his newer videos though, and all those things behind him, it looks like I'm watching a commercial. Like,
Yeah. Well, and you also got to think too. I mean, how many freaking banners have you got? So they seem to be the same ones, and so it's kind of like you're just reviewing the same shit every damn week. But
Yeah. I have banners of my mom. Gloom Lake podcast. If you're into old timey radio and you want to listen to a old western sci-fi type story, go check out gloomlake.com. I know the guys who do this podcast. They've put a lot of work in this, into the point where they hired somebody to create all of their custom sound effects because they didn't want to be sued for using different sound effects or anything. But it's literally like listening to old timey radio, but with 2015 sound effects.
oh wow, that's cool.
They do it. The storyline is really good. The episodes are no longer than 20 minutes tops. It barely ever cracks the 20-minute mark. And there's probably, I think he's got anywhere from 8 to 12 episodes up now, and it's a really good story. If you're into that stuff, you should check it out. That's the only banner I have because I'm a big fanboy of what they do.
the only thing I have, I don't think anybody knows this, but I actually work for Antique Roadshow on the side. And if y'all need anything, just give me a shout.
Oh, also, this is the other thing I like the banner.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, shit.
Remember, people, if you're in a residential area, if it's 30 miles an hour, Don't do 50 like a dickbag.
That ain't gonna lie.
I get that in my neighborhood all the time. I also get people who not only can they not read the speed limit sign on the road, they can't read the stop signs at the end of each road. They just roll through
Right
whatever.
through.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what they do here. If you keep doing that in the neighborhoods and enough people complain, they'll come in and put speed bumps all through the neighborhood, and you still got folks trying to roll and just busting the damn vehicle up. So
See, here it's the opposite. I think a bunch of people did complain, and you know what they put out? Those little speed detectors. You know, the little tube goes across the road. I think so that they could see if they should raise the speed limit in there. And we're in a subdivision that's a dead end, so there's like no reason to raise the speed through here.
No. I used to, before I put those signs up, like I've gotten almost every house on our street to put them up. Before that happened, I was that asshole that would, like, if I happened to be outside and I could hear, because it's a long straight road with trees, you can hear if a car is speeding from a little ways away. So I'll run down there, and I have no problems with being in the road, and I'll wave them down like I need help. And then they slow down, and I'll point, because right where my house is, about 20 yards down the road to the right, there's a speed limit that says 30. And I'll pull them up, and they're like, hey, well, how can I help you? And I'll be like, you see that road sign over there? And they're like, yeah, it says 30. And I said, yeah, please do it. Thank you. And I'll walk away. It's because I have my boys. My boys don't ever go out towards the street because I have a long enough driveway, but you never know. And there's no reason for anybody to be flying down a 30-mile-an-hour road doing 50, 55. And most of the time, you know they're doing this.
Yep.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
It's this idea that like they're in such a rush that they should throw caution to the wind so that they can get, I don't know, back home to their Cheetos.
3 minutes faster, like you're not going to make up that much time.
Right.
I know I've driven a bunch. Like I drove a truck. When I was in the Marine Corps, I used to drive to Tallahassee to visit my girlfriend from North Carolina every weekend. And literally, if you did 100 miles an hour down a 65-mile-an-hour road all the way there, I shaved myself maybe 25 minutes.
Right.
So you're going to kill somebody or get seriously hurt for 25 minutes? It's stupid.
Right. Even over the like super long distances.
Yeah.
Even blasting way over the speed limit, you still don't gain that much time, really.
No.
Yeah.
I just noticed your shirt, Dirty. That's one of my favorite shows.
Oh, I love Muscle Man. I wanted my kids got me the shirt because I watch it with them all the time, and I asked them like, why didn't you get me one with Muscle Man? Like we couldn't find one. They only had Mordecai and Rigby, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, me and my son always watch that show. It's awesome.
That's a good show.
It is.
I like Muscle Man and
daughters.
Pops. Pops is hilarious.
I have 3 daughters, so I'm going to be wearing My Little Pony T-shirts. I just don't identify with the, I don't know.
Hey, not gonna
SpongeBob's
lie,
not allowed on TV.
I have 3 boys. Oh well, SpongeBob can't come on to my house either because I want to shoot somebody when I hear his voice. But nothing quiets my boys more and gets them more in focus than that one. There's 2 shows. One of them's that Tinkerbell show where it's all the little fairies.
Oh yeah.
All 3 of my boys will be glued and just be quiet. That's the only show. And then there's another princess show. It comes on, they all get quiet and they watch it for like 30
Sophia
minutes.
the First.
Yep, that's it. Sophia the
Yeah,
First.
my daughter watches that and Doc McStuffins. When they come on, this house goes quiet.
Dr. Stuffings, yeah.
Well, back in the day, mine used to be like Blues Clues and all that crap. So,
Blue's Clues still going strong.
is it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's always on. My kids watched it for a little while.
I grew up
Blue's
with
Clues
Barney.
outperformed, what's that one? Sesame Street. Blue's
Yeah.
Clues actually surpassed it. Yeah. You know, they actually do like focus groups where they have cameras on the kids' eyes so they can see if their pupils dilate from one scene to change to the next. It's like so dialed in, that show, psychologically. It's crazy. That's why
My
your
middle
kids have
son
AD.
was Thomas. My middle son was so into Thomas. Like when I say he was so into Thomas, it was all day, every day, glued in front of the TV or watching YouTube videos of other little kids playing with their toy Thomas trains all the time for like 3 years. That's all he did. Now he ditched it to the side this past year when he turned 6. Doesn't want anything to do with it finally, but that was everything. Everywhere he went, the kid always had 2 or 3 trains with him. He was so into trains.
Yeah, he'll be into daddy shows pretty soon.
Yeah.
I like watching me and my son, like, he watches, like, well, he shouldn't be watching older cartoons, but he watches older cartoons with me. Like, we'll watch Gumball. That's more of a kid's cartoon, but
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
yeah, I love Gumball. We'll watch Bob's Burgers. He loves that show. Simpsons, and I try not to let him watch American Dad and Family Guy because a little too much for him.
Yeah, a little too much.
Those are adult cartoons.
Yeah.
But Bob's Burgers is kind of like, that's like that's the borderline for him.
Yeah, they don't really say a whole lot that you'd be like,
Yeah. They keep it pretty normal on that show.
Yeah.
Dad, what did it mean when he said that? It's like, you'll learn in time.
Every day he comes home, like, he's like, I remember yesterday he came home, he's like, Dad, what does this mean? I'm like, where the hell did you learn that at? He's like, at school. I'm like, I have no idea what that means.
It's sign language.
But don't do it anymore because it looks like it might be a swear.
Dude, my kids, the music is really big, like what comes on the radio all the time, even like pop radio stations, like the one song that they allow to say the lyric because there's no curse words, but when my kids were talking about it, I was laughing because of the way they talked about it, but that song, I don't remember who sings it, but it's like, they have that lyric, you gotta eat my booty like groceries. And so my middle son asked my oldest son, he's like, why would you want to eat anybody's booty like groceries? And then my oldest son, who's 9, he shrugged his shoulders like, maybe she likes her butt licked. And then they both died on the ground laughing, right? They both fall on the ground laughing. And then my middle son, he's like laughing so hard, and in between his laughter, he goes, why would anybody want to lick somebody's butt? And then they both start laughing even harder. It was fucking hilarious. But music, even the ones that they tone out the cuss words, some of the other lyrics on it are, you have to explain to your kid, like, why does this woman want somebody to eat her butt like groceries? Like, well, son, some people find it pleasurable to have a warm tongue on their anus. Like,
Man, it's scary too because even though my kids are grown up, but I can see what goes on the TV and on the radio and all. And they're allowing so much more nowadays. It's like parents have got more explaining to do than what they used to. So
Yeah.
I keep them ahead of the curve for the most part because it's me.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always trying to keep ahead of the curve for my girls, because you know how it is. You know how boys are.
Yes. I'm trying to teach them, but also be respectful. Like, I just noticed last year my oldest son would always jump on the bus before all the little girls, and I had to pull him to the side, and I said, hey, man, you got to let all the little girls get on first. Like, I know it's the equal opportunity type thing, but still, it's just out of respect. I'm from the South, born and raised there. You're gonna let a woman get on the bus first before you get on.
Yeah. Yeah, we've lost respect in this world a lot.
All 3 of my girls train Kung Fu martial arts.
There you go.
Nice.
So they'll enforce respect if they need to.
Hell
They're
yeah.
pretty good at it. 2.5 years already.
There's a little girl that goes to my kids. My kids do Muay Thai, Kempo, Karate, and Jiu-Jitsu. There's a little girl there. She's a year younger than my oldest. She's 8. And she rules the entire gym for those kids. Even if they move her up into like the 13-year-olds to do jiu-jitsu, she owns them. She's just so good. It's cool to watch. I like watching the girls be badass because the guys, like, the main reason why she's better is not that she knows this stuff or her technique is better, it's that she's always moving, and it intimidates the boys because when you watch boys wrestle or do jiu-jitsu, when they get to a position where they have to think, they stop. They stop moving, and that's when they get caught in something. Whereas a girl, she's just always moving, like always moving around on top, doing everything she can to continually keep moving. And that totally flabbergast the boys. They're just like, "What is she doing? She's still moving. What the fuck's going on?"
When is she gonna stop to think for a second?
Yeah, she actually won a 9-year-old tournament last year in the Naga Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Rhode Island. She went down there and she placed first place in a 9-year-old age group, and she was a year and a half younger than everybody else wrestling.
Damn.
That's good.
Uh-oh. Danny, you got something coming through the wire.
I wish
Jeremy,
more of these girls knew
got,
martial arts so they could slap the shit out of these boys and teach them some respect.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter is one of these because I always fought with her growing up, wrestled and whatnot. So she will take a boy out. In fact, a boy was picking on her at one of her last schools, and she punched him in the stomach so hard that he fell down, and didn't mess with her for the rest of the year because of that. And then I think a lot of other people probably chose not to mess with her because of it.
Yeah,
right?
Pick someone easier to target.
Well, she'll hit hard enough to where I don't even want her hitting me full force anymore, because she's got these little, bony fists, and she'll wail those things.
What you hitting on there, Mr. D?
My Rig V2
Huh?
with my Kennedy competition. I have my comp build that I'm hoping. My wife just gave me some news this morning that I may not be able to go to this Cloud Comp Saturday, but I'm going to try to call some people so I can get a sitter to watch the kids for a couple hours while I go out there. But I'm rocking this little 22 gauge.
Nice.
Sweet.
I don't know if I'll win. I just wanted to go just to check it out and see what it's like. I have no aspirations of being a Cloud champ.
Wow.
Loud
You go for the fun of it.
Yeah, it's a grand opening for the shop, and he's like, it's free to sign up. So I signed up, and I just want to go there just to one, meet more vapors that are around me, and just to check it out, see what it's like.
And you know how we are. Any chance to whip out our Cloud and compare it in size to another person is kind of, gratifying, even if
Really?
you don't win.
I just want to show off my Rig V2. I'm going to polish it all up and nice. I'm just going to be there just showing it off.
And you need to take a big jam box with you and just keep playing your favorite little sound bite.
Yeah.
It's like a truckload of dicks.
Mm-hmm. And if you want, I will get you your own personalized, and I'll even put my signature on if you like, Baltimore Ravens hat that you can wear.
That'll go over real well in New England because that's like one of the most hated teams. Dude, I laughed so hard when we played them in the playoffs. Was it a couple years ago when the Patriots and the Ravens played and the Ravens won?
Yep.
Everybody was talking about, oh, they got murderers and da-da-da. I mean, I was like, oh, hello, Aaron Hernandez. Hello, Matt Brady. I mean, Tom Brady's got kids from multiple moms. Like, all the stuff they were talking about the Ravens can directly go right back to the Pats. I'm like, are you guys ignoring everything on your team? Like,
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what they do. They practice willful ignorance.
yeah. Because I think there was a billboard that they had put up about, at least we don't have a murderer on our team or something. And I'm like, yeah, you do. It's Aaron Hernandez. He was on your team.
Right. So we don't have any murders on our team anymore because we cut that.
Yeah.
Well, for anybody that has just joined, I'm gonna, because this seems like a pretty special treat. I'm gonna announce it again that Mr. Quest for Vape here is giving away a Black Crown tank with his logo on it.
Ooh.
We will be doing that on next week's show. You have to be subscribed to everybody on the panel, and you also, in the comments section, have to put in why you should be the one to be picked. And there it is right there.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
So I won't be joining the show next week.
I'm saying. Not gonna make it.
Nice.
And you have to be subscribed to everybody's YouTube channel on this panel.
Yes.
So that's a little bit of work. You got to. It's worth it.
Yes,
And
sir.
you might get a little dirty in the process.
Yep. Might get a little poo on your fingers, but
And if Andrew was on here a few ago, but he had to get off. Andrew, this one is for you, kid. I said I would do a little unboxing, and this is from my
So
good,
mad.
my good friend, Mr. Mark Fagan, the Cooper Mini.
Yeah, he wants one of those really. Actually, he wants two of those really badly.
Oh, I got one of them, Andrew. So go fuck yourself.
I've been waiting for my Southside Vaporium shirt to arrive.
Did you order one?
No, I just assumed I'd get one so I could wear it, during my videos.
I
I
was kind of hoping the same, but I haven't
Like,
seen a hookup. But
hopefully, I sent you the black one.
you did, because it's checked. All right. So sleeve and a sleeve.
That's a cute little box. I really like that Cooper Mini. Cooper Mini.
It sounds too much like Clupor.
Holy shit! This thing is small.
Oh, please don't get me started on fucking Clowper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why the name just sounds too close. I wish they picked a better name.
Yeah.
They're built real nice. They're
Hooper.
stainless steel boxes. They're not aluminum, so they have a nice heft to them.
They are. Man, that thing is like a little solid rock.
Oh, that's sweet.
You
Yeah, I have
the
one
black
too. I have the silver one, the stainless steel.
Nice.
Nice.
And also got a sleeve for the black.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a battery in. And I think the only thing that I've heard anybody say is the screen's a little crazy to navigate.
Yeah, it's a little dark and it's a little crazy. You gotta get used to the icons.
Yeah, no matter how
Read
many
the
times I've looked at
instruction
the icons on the instructions and messed with it, I still have to constantly go back to it. What is this fucking? And by the time you figure out it's out of the menu again, you're like, what?
Same here. Same here.
It takes a little getting used to. Like once you have it on the setting, you just got to leave it alone and let it time out on that, and then it's in whatever you had it in instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It's a decent box. I mean, once you get the hang of it, I think the other problem is because I have a whole array of shit over here I'm trying to play around with, and then going back to that, it's always fucking me up.
They're coming out with the dual 18650 one. That should be nice.
Ooh,
That should be
that
out.
actually sounds awesome.
Danny, what was
For
the
the
name
plus,
of that?
right?
Is it called the Plus?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure the name of it. I just seen a photo of it.
Danny, what was the name of that disruptor style DNA 200 mod?
Is the e-cig DX 200. But just go to e-cig website. Is there?
All right. So it's in
Can't
temp
keep
mode
up
right
with all
off
this
the bat.
new stuff.
I know, man. There's so much crap.
Well, I was avoiding lipos until I can get a quick change system going on, and it seems like they've done that and basically created like a disruptor style of DNA 200. So with that, I might get into lipo if that's the case.
The new Inikin iSub Apex tank is now shipping to people. I don't know what's so special about it. It has some no-spill
Happy
coil swap
Georgia.
system.
Is shipping to reviewers?
Yeah. I just got an email from George.
It's
I don't
pretty
know
nice.
if you talk to George from Inikin or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
It's
guy that.
nice.
Even though the star is like 3 times the size of it, but
Yeah.
It is tiny. It is tiny. It's a little cutie.
I just like the fact that I like the way it's built, the stainless steel, like it's just nice and heavy.
It is. Now you were talking about, or whoever and Andrew brought up, what would they like to have in the apocalypse? I think I could probably tag a few folks with this one.
Yeah, got some weight to it.
Oh, Daryl, tell us, yeah, I know it was in a video you did, but tell us a little bit about the situation that happened at the vape shop the other day.
Oh, okay. So this is some drama. A guy walks. I did my coil build workshop at a vape shop, and then I was wrapping it up. I was tagging. I was just like messing with the video. There off to the corner in this vape shop, and a guy walks in, nice young man, and he wants. All he did was come in and say, "Hey, you guys have nickel coils for the Arctic tank?" And they were like, "Yeah, we just got them." He goes, "Great, I'll take a pack." And this shop was a little bit conscientious, very conscientious, and Ari, the manager there, he's like, "Well, what are you going to vape it on?" And he goes, "Oh, I just got this really cool temperature control box mod. I got a great deal on it. It's the Clouper T8." And Ari's like, "I'm not familiar with that." So he goes, "Can I see it?" And he's playing around, and he's like, "How do you put this thing in temperature control mode?" Because it says like 36 degrees Celsius. Trying to like play with it, and he goes, "Hey, Daryl, how do you get this thing in temperature control mode?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Let me take a look." And I started fiddling around with it, and I'm like, clicking it, doing all the things I can think of with the other stuff to get into like the menu option mode. And I'm like, this thing doesn't have any menu option mode. I can't change anything. So I'm like, let's look it up, because I never had one of those. So I look it up, and I got the specs up off the Clouper website and a couple of reviews on it. And I'm like, this thing claims it has some type of temperature control. It says it. That's their verbiage. Now, in their defense, that thing came out like 8 or 9 months ago. It's kind of obsolete on the market. It's a 150-watt box mod. What they have is like heat control, overheat protection, basically. So if the whole thing goes above a certain temperature, it's going to shut down power so that it doesn't melt or blow up. But that's not the same thing as temperature control as we know it now in the industry. So, like this kid, literally, if the guy at the shop, Ari, had not asked him, "What's your box mod? Let's take a look. Let's make sure you got proper temperature control," this guy would have walked out with 0.2 ohm coils, stuck it in his Arctic, and vaped on that, like, not knowing anything about it. So I was like furious, and I'm like, "No, dude." And he goes, "But the shop I got it at, it wasn't this shop. The shop I got it at told me it was temperature control." So they didn't know what the fuck they were talking. Anyway, he got the IPVD2. Put the tank on there. He was vaping nickel. 420 degrees, 430 degrees, something like that. But I was like, this is so fucked up. I gotta record this. You mind being on YouTube? He's like, no. So I did a video right there, because you know what? That stuff's happening all over the place, and people are vaping on nickel out of temperature control. They don't know any difference. They don't know that they're not supposed to do that, and the people at the shop don't necessarily know, and it's a problem. So I had to go create some drama. I did email Clouper. I haven't heard back from them. Let's see if we do.
You
Probably won't.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Should I have made a video out of that, or let it
hell
pass?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I would have made a video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's video worthy, because it's something that everybody needs to like double check and triple check, that just because it says overheat protection, that is not temperature control. And if they're not getting the right information, that's really bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
Temperature control.
I think you're a fucking asshole for caring about other people, Daryl.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
probably the biggest selfish dick thing I've ever heard anybody do.
I'm trying to get views is what I'm doing.
That earned a go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? The same thing happened last night in G-Spot. I forgot the dude's name. He's he's new, and he was what tank was it? I think it was like the Star or something like that. He was using.
No, it was the Crown on the
Crown,
CGLA. He was vaping the nickel coils on regular power mode.
Wattage mode. And we're all like freaking out, like, "Whoa, dude, whoa, whoa!" And
he completely blown a coil.
Yeah,
He
so we
was
had to walk him
vaping an
through,
entirely black coil.
set it up.
Was that Michael?
Yeah, Michael.
With his new Sigelli 150 TC in red?
Yeah.
I told him to make sure that thing was in temp control before he started vaping that thing on nickel.
Yeah.
Now the couple of SMY temp control, boxes that I reviewed, like the one that's in the variant box and the other one that has that little speedometer, that cute little mini. Those, and they will, I think they'll check to see if it's nickel. I don't know how it knows, but I guess it reads the, the resistance control mode automatically, which I thought is a nice. It's now I'm more and more impressed that it has that. Doesn't do that. You can vape those, and customers are walking in saying these coils are shit, this mod is shit. Well, what the coil burnt like within 5 minutes. What happened? Oh, the e-cig allows you to vape nickel out of temperature control, and a new vapor doesn't know how to fiddle around with that thing and go through with the little knob and the wheel thing. They don't know how, and they're not reading their instruction manual.
I like mods that the resistance range for temperature control and the resistance range for Canthal are on separate planes.
Yeah.
So that if you have a temperature control coil in there, it'll say no addy, low resistance. It won't even let you fire that thing because you're in Canthal mode with a temperature control coil. And then once you get above like 0.2 or something like that, that's when it will maybe assume you have a Canthal coil in.
I agree.
Yeah.
So do we all just need to partner up and start putting out how to do videos?
I think the message needs to get out there. I mean, I didn't expect the overwhelming response that I've gotten on the one video I did about a month ago, saying, hey guys, this is just a 6-minute video, I'm ranting, but make sure if you're doing this with nickel or titanium, you're in TC. I've had over 20,000 views on that, and the comments are just like, thank you. I mean, I had no idea, and I was doing that. But I will admit that I had done that before I knew. A lot of people are doing it and they don't know, so the word needs to be spread. This industry is like really evolving so fast that we have a technology here that people don't really understand. Well, very affordably. Listen, when all you could do was to get temperature control in nickel was a HANA or a Vapor Shark, that was a $300 ticket last year. So people spending that much money on a mod would really pay attention to like what they were doing. But now, for 50, 60 bucks, you could get a temperature control box mod. It's too easy. It's too easy for anybody, even a beginner. That's like a starter kit. And those are inexperienced vapors who are just like, they don't know, and when they find out, they're going to be really pissed. And so vape shops have to spread the word. And you know, the people working in vape shops and other vapors, you just got to like tap people on the shoulder and say, hey, are you doing that right? I can't emphasize this strongly enough, and I hope I don't like sound like I'm out of my head ranting about this, but it's a problem. Really.
Yeah.
Well, no, but people, I mean, especially these shops, the online vendors can only do what they can do by putting the literature at the bottom. But, you know, online vendors, to me, are more for maybe a little bit more experienced people that know what they're ordering. And if you're kind of new to the game, you really might need to go to a brick and mortar.
Well, it doesn't help too that like online those Chinese manufacturers have terrible translations. So it'll be like vape nickel in Canthal mode. No. You know, like you can't read that right.
Yeah. But shops
hey, I'm
really
available
do
for grammatical corrections.
Yeah.
I'm available for proofreading. Any Chinese manufacturers would like some proofreading on their instruction manuals, I am available. Okay? I'll help you out with that so we can get your verbiage straight. Now, in Clowper's only defense is they put that box mod out with the specs out. Like, I mean, I checked out reviews on it. Hank Vapes has a review on that same box mod. Nobody was. When they described this thing as being temperature control, it's okay back then for them to have been wrong, but not like now. Now things are different. Now all of a sudden that innocent verbiage is now dangerous. So they got to change that. And you know.
Yeah, I've had a vape off a nickel coil in wattage mode, and man, it's not pretty. Oh.
And it melts the coil pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's like the worst burn ever in your throat. I mean, it's like. It hurts.
It's like heavy metal vapor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was lucky that when I first got my first temperature control device was the SX Mini M class. And when I first got it, I'd spent probably almost 2 hours with Mike Vapes on a Google Hangout call, and I was going over how to build and what you can and can't do. And I was just lucky enough that the build he first got me to put on there was that it was too low to fire in non-temp control mode. So if I was accidentally in non-temp control mode on with a .07 nickel build, it would tell me low resistance because it won't fire that low in non-temp control mode. And not all devices are like that. Like Vape and Moderation said, there's some of them are all the same. They all go fire at 0.1 up, and it'll fire either way if you're in temp control or non-temp control. So I think there just need to be something in there built in there to help out with that, because people are. We know this. I'm not going to say it with saying names, but some of us know here somebody part of Vaporium at G-Spot who basically is trying to be a race car driver, and they just got their learner's permit. Is kind of what's happening. You also, I know it's cool, all these new devices are coming out and you're just getting into vaping, but you really should hold back and dial it into where you at least find a comfortable vape enough for you before you start buying all these high-end complex mods that you don't know how to work yet. You should be taking baby steps on your way up.
Yeah.
There's definitely needs to be more information for that for some of the newer vapors.
And I think we need to start looking at, like, I think we all look at mech mods like just like basic mods, and I think realistically mech mods are more like the most advanced mod that you can possibly have, because you really have to know your Ohm's law, you really have to know what the hell this device is doing, or else you're fucked. And you can't, like, a mech mod is really like a motorcycle. You can't just hop on a motorcycle and roll down the road. You need to put your helmet on. You need to understand how to shift gears. You need to understand how to keep it balanced. It's not just hop in and go. It's not a car,
Yeah, I've had so many.
You need to know how to fall.
Yeah.
I've had so many friends who just started out vaping or whatnot, and they always want us to check out a mech mod. Like, I want to get a mech mod, and I always tell them, no, don't get a mech mod yet. Stay with a regulated mod for all the safety reasons, and then when you get more experience and know what you're doing, then you can venture onto the mech world.
Yeah.
People get offended. You know what? You need a little more to vape feels, how it tastes, what it's like after a day on the same cotton. Get a little experience. But they want to jump right into big boy stuff. Like, I'm a grown adult. I'm an independent thinker. I don't need anybody telling me. Okay, great, but there's danger if you're not cautious with this stuff.
Yeah, but
I sound
like at the same time, I kind of blame the manufacturers, because like me, when I buy anything, I never read the manual. I throw the manual in a garbage can, whether it be like a computer or a remote control or anything. And I know a lot of people don't read manuals. They just grab something, they're excited, they want to just get started. So, I just hope manufacturers can put more safety features into these mods to prevent this kind of thing from happening. Like the Snow Wolf has the automatic thing where it automatically detects the coil. I mean, it's not that accurate, though. It does sometimes, select the wrong type of coil. But if a feature like that can be, more implemented into certain mods to where you put a nickel coil on, it knows it's supposed to go in temp control, or if you put like a Canthal coil, it knows to go in wattage mode. Because a lot of people are just not going to read the manual. That's just how it is.
Well,
that's why I like titanium wire the most, but I think that stainless steel is the future, because with stainless steel will be safer for newbies. They can really run it at regular power mode and on temperature control mode. That's why I think stainless steel is better.
Yeah.
Well, it's also too about breeding. Go ahead.
I'm loving the stainless steel wire that Nate Jones sent me. I did a twisted. I made a nice long twisted strand of it. I put it in my my Crown sub tank on the RBA. I wanted to show you guys. I did a build yesterday. This turned out really nicely. It's a dual coil twisted stainless steel. I put it in temp mode and I rock it. And that's it right there. So I don't even need to mess around with nickel. I wanna play around with titanium wire. Hey Zach, do you have any extra titanium wire?
Yeah, I got a bunch. What gauge are you? You want me to just send you a bunch of different gauges?
Yeah, not gonna need anything lower gauge than 24, right? 24, 26,
I
28.
I have 20 gauge, and I have used
Really?
it. And I have used it. But you have to have a good
I don't
amount of
know if I would.
watts. You have to have a good amount of watts to drive 20 gauge.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should I
Well,
upgrade it for
shoot me
200?
your address, and I'll send you a little care package of like 20 feet of each, and you can test
Okay.
it out and see what you like.
Very cool. Very cool. Because I mean, hey, listen, titanium has its own risks, but at least it's not a known carcinogen, and it's not as like toxic. And your really only issue with titanium is the temperature, not this other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool.
For sure. Yeah, I'm with Danny on this one. Stainless steel is the shit, because even if you do accidentally drop out of temp control mode, heck, even if temp control mode is just messing up on you, and because I've had times where it's just not vaping right, you could switch over to Canthal mode and just get the right vape instantly.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had that happen. That's horrible.
It's multifunctional. Well, to kind of back up a little bit what Mark was saying, at least on looking at instructions on whether it be a tank, a mod, whatever, some things are kind of common sense to them, but there are a few tanks out there that you might want to actually read just a portion of the instructions, or you'll lose all your juice at your mod or your tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
example. Like, I didn't read the instruction manual for the Star Pro.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
flooded all over the place.
Hell yeah.
And the instructions manual don't say too much on why they have that function.
You're just not understanding the Chinese right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, everyone
I'm a
Everyone should
Portuguese
read the
that
manual.
doesn't.
everyone should
I'm a
read the manual regardless, but I mean, like I said, a lot of people, they just ain't gonna read the manual. So I think it's up to the manufacturer to put like safety features in place, because not everyone's gonna read it, and
I'm a
maybe up their
Portuguese.
game on the English a little bit.
I'm a Portuguese talking English, and I don't understand Chinglish.
Yeah, that's a whole subculture of English you have to get used to.
Yeah.
Good old Chinglish.
You don't speak pidgin? All right.
No.
Chinglish.
Sometimes I do speak meow, just a little, since it is a Portuguese meow.
So somebody received a white and black VT box. How's that working out?
So far, so good. No issues.
Did
Better
you?
life.
Battery life is about. Let me think. I haven't really used it like to drain the battery, but I mean, it's gone a half a day. About, I would say well over half a day with it so far. I need to
Yep.
up my battery life game. Start taking notes on battery life. I'm really horrible with that.
Yeah, I see you were getting a few
What kind of
questions
battery
on
does that have?
that LiPo.
The LiPo, the 18, I think it's 1800 milliamp. Yeah. There's question like me and was it Fluffy? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're questioning the milliamp hour of the battery because of the size of the battery. We were measuring it, and I think Daniel was in the room too.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find an 1800 milliamp hour battery like that was that size, and we couldn't find nothing. Everything was way bigger than that. So we were like, okay, is it really 1800? Or
Well,
just
what
have
was
to stick around?
What was the C rating?
35. But like we measured the actual lipo pack, and we all looked on they all looked online to see if they could find something with that in that size range to fit in there, and they couldn't find anything that would fit. That was 1800. and we were wondering how the hell they got such a small 1800 milliamp hour battery in there.
By lying.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking. I mean, everything on it so far is really, really good. The battery, I mean, I took it out, and it took me, I shit you not, like 10 minutes to get the battery back in there because it's so fucking tight in there. I mean, I had to actually cram that battery in there. I was like scared when I was pushing it in. Like the battery fits perfectly, but there's like no room for the wiring. So you got to cramp the wires, like just smash them together, and then the battery, and then it fits in like, I mean, it's fucking packed in there. That's the only thing that kind of really scares me about using that mod.
At least you know when the lipo puffs up, you won't even be able to fit it in there anymore like that.
The door just come off. Like, what the hell's going on?
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah.
I seen your response on the chat. How do I get my Sigelli 150 TC to run stainless steel and temp control?
Well, you know, and I don't know if I'm doing this the right way or not, but I just go to, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And just put it in temp control?
Yeah, mode power, joule. You know, and set it at the temperature you want. Like, you know, that's all I'm doing is, and it's.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to try that with my crown.
I mean, it doesn't like. So this is a stainless rebuild on the crown.
Do you have to turn down the heat when you're using the stainless steel so than you would on the nickel?
Yeah, you need to lower the heat, and you need to run stainless steel on titanium mode.
Oh, running on titanium mode?
That one will not do that. I don't
Actually,
think.
it may not work on the Sigelli. It's telling me dry coil.
Yeah, because on the Sigelli it only does nickel, or the Sigelli does titanium.
And it only does nickel.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so
You need to run on titanium temperature control mode, and you need to lower the temperature.
Oh, so I can put it on my IPv4 then. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What about the ohm record? Does that do titanium?
I never tried titanium. I don't use titanium. I don't know. It doesn't have a setting. I tell you that. I know that. It just has like temp mode and wattage mode.
Yep, insane temps mode.
Oh, does it?
It's insane temps mode or insane wattage mode.
It's insane.
I don't know, but a few mods out there that are actually showing like on the screen for titanium setting.
My my SX Mini, my IPv4.
I know the LI will do it, and the D2 will do it. Of what I've got.
Where's
I never
my crown?
vaped on a titanium coil. What is it like? Like, is it a noticeable difference?
It's like having sex with your sister.
The only
damn.
difference on a titanium coil is the fact that titanium wire ramp up on the temperature so damn quick compared to other wires.
Oh,
It ramps up on temperature very quick, and it cools down also very quick.
Well, Daniel, I gotta say, Dirty's explanation was a little better. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I need to get a sister. That's the problem. If my parents get started on one, I'll be, you know, when she hits age, I'll still be able to, you know, try it out. So I got the dinghy on the VT Mini, and this is like the coolest.
Holy crap!
That is cool as shit.
I know
That is
really
cool
nice.
looking. Ooh, I like your dinghy, Mark.
Yeah.
I actually finally got a build on a dinghy that actually tastes good, and it's not hot.
That's the smallest dinghy I've seen, but
I know.
I love it more than any tiny dinghy I've seen.
Yeah.
So what's the max watts on the little Mini?
60.
60, okay.
I just love the way this thing looks. This is like the most elegant looking mod I think I don't know.
Yeah, I love it.
God, it seems like everything they build nowadays, you know there's going to be a mini version to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you like your D2? Mark?
D2 or what?
Your IPV D2.
Oh, D2. I liked it. It was nice. It's a nice little mod. The paint on it sucks. The finish, I mean, the paint comes off real easy. I was putting my atomizers on it, and the paint was just scratching off. But performance-wise, I actually think it performs a little bit better than the Mini, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Daniel might fight you on that one.
He might. That's what I was asking him the other day about the. I don't know. Just sometimes I feel like in temp mode, it's the Mini right here is a little underpowered. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
It is around 70 degrees off. Yeah, just like the last TV.
Do you like the chip better in the D2 or the Mini VT?
I like the Mini VT better.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's because of the. Is it because of the screen itself or the actual chip?
The actual chip.
Oh, you like the chip better in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like.
Now I do like the screen on there. It does have a cool screen for it.
And the screen. Yeah, and the form factor.
They did a great job.
Hey, can one of you guys hold that screen up so we can get a good look?
Sure. Let me see. I won't focus, but there you go. It looks kind of blurry on my end, but yeah, like when you have it in your hand, it's like, you know, when you buy like a watch or something and it has that fake little screen covering on the front and it looks like it's an actual screen, but you got to peel it off. That's how like good these screens look. Like you'll think it's a fake screen. I'm like, holy shit, that's real, and you'll like, that's how nice it is.
Cool, that was really clear.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Isn't the screen on it basically really the same size as the version 1, but just on a smaller mod?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't have my original no more, but I think it's the same size.
Okay, stainless steel temperature control on the IPv-D2 doesn't work.
No.
I was showing the
Really?
the dry, no liquid in the tank or whatever.
Yeah, it shows dry liquid, dry coil, no liquid, and it doesn't.
What if you adjust those settings, whatever the I forgot what they're called now, the last two settings on a D2?
Which ones?
Which one is it called? Not the resistance, not the one that messes with resistance, but the one that's like the nickel purity setting.
No, the D2 don't have that.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the Cooper. Never mind. Wrong mod.
Yeah.
Wrong mod.
Right, that resistance thing with the Cooper. I'm going to have to go play around with the Cooper, because that is... So far I've been able to set it in titanium mode on the IPv4S, and then it allows me to vape the stainless steel. I was able to just put it in Joule mode, like on the IPv3 Li, and it doesn't have a titanium setting, but it is letting me vape stainless steel and temperature control.
Yeah, I'm on my IPv4 now. What temperature do you run on your IPv3?
462.
And the Cooper will have a firmware upgrade for stainless steel and a bunch of other wires, temperature control.
Oh, sweet.
No, I was just about to give my Cooper Mini away to a smoker. I think I'm going to hang on to that and give her, like, something else. Like the Dovpo, maybe. Something that I won't use every day, but it sounds like I'm going to be using the Cooper Mini more and more.
Oh, you got a Cooper Mini?
I do.
Nice. Which one? What color you got?
I have the stainless steel one with the orange rubber gummy.
Okay. Nice. That's pretty nice. I got it set on the hard setting, temp control.
I got this stainless steel crown in temp control on the IPv4.
Nice.
How's it hitting?
It hits like a truckload of dicks.
Yeah.
But like it's like a Ford F-250 loaded with dicks. It's not a full-blown tractor trailer like the Rig V2.
All right. But
Can
yeah,
you,
I knew that. I knew that it works on the IPv3 LI and the IPv3 4. But sometimes I don't tell people that on the reviews because the device wasn't made for that.
Yeah, 3 months ago it was not something I would have been playing around with, but now it is. And even if just because it's so hot and the hype in the market, it behooves me to like get involved with this stuff that I normally wouldn't have paid much attention to.
I'm gonna start using my IPv4 in my Crown again all the time. Thanks, Daryl.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm wondering if the reason why it doesn't work on the
anytime,
D2
brother.
because it only goes up to 75 watts. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Could be.
Maybe.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Can you tell a difference on there, Dirty?
It's like I'm vaping on a Crown. I took my RBA. So I hadn't been vaping on the Crown because I had the RBA section in there with a build, and like I said, I haven't. Like I said, I can get it to where I can vape on it, but it's not like the Crown. But I don't have stainless steel wire yet. It's on the way. Once I have some stainless steel wire, I'll put a stainless build in there and see if I can get one that works and tastes good. But so now that I have this, I'll probably use the rest of my stainless steel coils on the IPv4 until I get that stainless steel in.
I could tell you everything I found out through this process for myself. Is that chromo?
But I kind of fell. I fell out of the tank thing. Before I got the Crown, I wasn't in the tanks anymore because I work from home. I can sit here and drip all day, and I would rather do that than vape on a tank and fill a tank. I'd rather just drip. And I have more control over if I'm going to get Nick sick by dripping because I'm like, I've dripped this 3 times. I should probably chill out for a second. With a tank, I'll vape the whole fucking tank. And then I'm like, it's way more than I would have vaped if I was just dripping.
Oh yeah. That is a definite.
And I'm with you, Dirty. Like, I blame the big bottle of alcohol for the reason I get drunk. I mean, if they gave me smaller bottles,
yeah,
I would obviously know I drank 3 already.
That's why I drink smaller beer bottles, man. But I drink more bottles. So.
Right, but if it
I wanna
came in
know-
like a 2-liter, you'd be fucked.
Daniel, what are you drinking over there? Show us.
Yeah, what do they call it?
What are you boozing on?
What is that?
I'm drinking Superbock beer.
No, it sounds too close to Supercock.
But I don't have a dirty mind.
Got a 6-pack of that super cock over there?
It's Portuguese super cock too.
Yeah. It's Portuguese.
Made in Portugal.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's actually made in Portugal.
I asked, are they sure this is an NF thing? And he's like, wait a minute, this is Intuity.
Dirty, is that your conference call going on in the background there? Dirty?
Oh, you can hear that? Yeah, sorry. I'll turn it down.
Sounds very boring.
Oh, it is. It's
No,
super
you can
boring.
leave it going.
As you notice, I haven't participated in that call at all, and it'll go on for 2 hours the same way with me out putting any input unless they actually call my name.
What do they do? Like after a 3-hour conference call, say, Mr. Devo, do you concur? And you go, yes, I concur.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know what I've said.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah, usually I'd be like, can you repeat that?
I wanted
Just
to
a
take
generic,
moment.
oh, this was a very productive meeting, guys. Very productive.
All right.
Daryl, what you hitting on there?
I can't find this. This is like when you meet that girl and you can get her phone number and you like wish you had, because this is called for adults only, e-juice. There's some naughty girls. This is, by the way, the juice is fantastic, but the flavor, this juice is called Bad Bitches, Palm Trees, and Water and Shit. That's what that's about. Bad Bitches, Palm Trees, and Water and Shit. And it's from a tweet that like some dude down in Miami was like, "Come down to Miami because we got bad bitches, palm trees, and water and shit." But anyway, it's phenomenal. I like. Now my camera's like all screwed up, but I can't find them online. I have no idea. I got this at the Jersey Expo. I forgot who gave it to me. It was some distribution company. They had like 10 lines of juice at their table, and I grabbed it because there's girls in bikinis. But you know what? This is great juice. I'm almost done with it, and I want to buy more, and I don't know where to get it.
The fucking ghost of juice vendor is what you're saying? You like went back to the booth later and it was never existed?
Yeah, right.
What's the flavor profile? Does it taste and smell like a stripper?
I wish it did. No, it's a sweet and sexy tropical fruit mix. Sweet and sexy tropical fruit mix. It actually tastes like those sour tarts candies, but it's so good with that like sour and this. It's good, man. I can't get enough of this stuff. And I don't usually vape fruity stuff. I'm usually like custards and desserts, but that stuff's getting on my nerves. I think I'm all like contrasted out right now. There we go. So if anyone ever knows me, girl, let me know, please.
What you vaping on, Danny?
I just have stainless steel doing temperature control on the D2.
What you do?
Yeah, I was using the 304. If you are using the 316L stainless steel, it does work, but you need to run it at the lower temperature. I'm at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, you need to run
like
at
English. What's that in Fahrenheit?
Like
it's
212.
Yeah, 212 is the minimum you have on the device.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 304, forget it. But the Crown is 316. So.
Yeah. No go.
Yes. Oh, it all the way to the lowest temperature.
All right, so with the stainless steel crown coil heads, you want to run it in titanium mode, you said, right?
Yeah. On the lowest temperature.
The lowest temperature? Like, what do you mean by lowest?
The lowest temperature you have on the mod.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. For example, 200 degrees Fahrenheit will be comparable to 420, almost 430. Okay.
I was going to say, is it going
Hey,
to
that actually
down?
worked for this. That actually worked for the Sigali at 212 degrees Fahrenheit in temp control. I'm at 41 joules, and
Nope.
it's decent. Yeah, let me get this. Yeah, it's.
Ooh. It also
I'm not gonna
works
call
on
it.
the EVIC.
And so y'all about to make, even though I'm about to have to do a 200 at some point, y'all making me want to get those damn 150 Sigelis.
Okay, on the EVIC.
Regular vape dude at gmail.com.
On the EVIC will work better because the EVIC is 70 degrees off on temperature, so it will work better.
Wow, no toast.
Yeah, it's cutting down.
Nice.
Let me go back in the comments and amend my previous comment in comments that the Sigali does work.
Oh, it does. I'm going to do it now, too. You put it at 212, right?
But
Yeah.
but I think you have the risk of the device jumping out of temperature control once in a while. Because if it works, it's right on the edge.
Really? Get the control thing with it.
We're either about to see something good or a train wreck, one of the two.
Well, me?
No, everybody. Well, I'd say everybody gathering their shit together.
Oh, vapes. Skelly 150 TC in temp control with a crown, stainless steel.
Nice.
About that.
Yeah.
Now, what
All right.
have you just got a stock coil in?
Yep,
Which one?
the .25.
Damn, now you're gonna make me fucking try.
We're all trying it now.
Yeah,
The RBA.
it kind of has to be the .25 because like the .3 will jump out of temp control because when the resistance rises, it's gonna get out of the range for temp
Yeah.
control.
If you are on nickel temperature control, yeah, it will jump out. Yeah. That's why the titanium temperature control, because titanium will be higher on.
Wow, this is awesome.
The RBA for the crown comes pre-built with stainless steel and coils in the little package, and those are stainless steel as well. The same 316 stainless, only it doesn't have those little soldered legs, which is nice.
Yeah, I couldn't get mine. Mine was too hot. That pre-made coil was a .27 coil that came with the MyRB section, and every time, no matter what wattage I put it on, it got way too hot, and I was getting dry hits. And even if I were to put juice all over the coil and hit the button, it would dry out and get too hot way too fast. So I ended up yanking that coil out.
Oh, really? No, I had tremendous luck when I wicked it with that S-wick. I did a video on an S-wick, like instead of going like bow tie style and sticking the ends of the wicks down, K-Fun style, I came out and then I kind of like curved it around so it comes across like horizontally across that juice slot. You know,
Yeah, I did it where I did that one. I wicked it like that. The only one I found that had better success than that, but it still got dry hits, is I fed my cotton through the slot on the juice slot,
Yep.
through the coil and out the other juice slot, and then cut the cotton that way, so it left it like that, so it would just come right in. That was my best wicking, but then I was still getting dry hits with that coil. But once I pulled that coil out and put Kanthal in, it wicked beautifully, but it just wasn't the same as vaping on the stainless steel on the crown.
Okay.
I never had any leaking issues. I heard some people had leaking issues, but I never had a leaking issue building on that RBA.
Yeah, I'm loving the RBA, and I didn't have any leaking issues.
For me, it turned out to be a wicking issue. If your wicking isn't set up just right, then when you screw the cap back on, it does apply a little pressure to the juice. And if your wick isn't set up to absorb that pressure, it might leak a little down.
So once I get some stainless steel in, I'm gonna throw it in temp control. I bet you it'll probably be better that way. The stainless steel coil on there.
I'm loving it. 33 joule. Yeah, I'm loving it.
And lately I have been using twisted stainless steel and titanium wire.
How's that working?
It's a very flavorful vape. It's awesome.
Wait, you're not twisting the stainless and titanium together, or you're talking about twisting? Oh, are you? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
together.
Fancy.
So kind of like in the line of like when they were mixing nickel and Kanthal together.
Yeah.
I'm so fancy.
But yeah, Kanthal.
I was mixing nickel and Kanthal together. Oh yeah, never mind. I was doing that.
Yeah.
Who was doing that? Oh, me.
Pretty much everyone was doing.
I never did it. I've always just, when I was doing nickel, I just did all nickel.
Brain fart.
I had so much of it. I still have so much. I still have like 300 feet of nickel. That's the only reason why I was just building with nickel like crazy to find good builds, because I had so much of it. I was like, I might as well use it. And then, like I said, I've discovered a few different ways that you can make micro coils, the nickel Clapton coils. Like, I can do all that stuff. It's not something that's easy, though. It's not. if you can barely build Canthal, you definitely don't want to be touching nickel.
All right. Well, here we go. Here's a .25 in the D2 in titanium mode.
Lowest temp setting.
212.
Fire in the hole.
Nah, he fell for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right?
Just waiting for this coil to break in. And
Dude, we're a bunch of stainless steel temp control vapor mofos.
Damn, that's a trip.
I think this is the drip tip that UL should start putting on the new crown tanks. I don't know which drip tip it is, but it just kind of matches it nicely.
Oh, yeah.
I want it.
I don't know
I've
what.
got a
In
little,
my mouth.
I've got a little Delron carbon fiber looking deal on mine.
Oh, there you go.
Keep
I,
it
I only use Del Ring drip tips.
Yeah, that's what I tell her in her glass.
Is it kind of like that?
Oh yeah, that is
Match
it.
yours?
Where'd you?
That was off my Gremlin cap from my Kennedy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this might be. Which one this is from? Might be from one of the Kennedy clones I had. That's perfect.
Yeah, this drip tip is too big right here. That crown
Yeah,
gives you by default.
I don't like those things.
And metal drip tips, I swear, one of these days I'm gonna chip a tooth.
And you're driving in a car and you go for a vape and you hit a fucking pothole.
Yeah, pow, and that thing's gonna bust one. Something.
I actually prefer a glass drip tip, the way it feels. I think it feels better, but I can't stand the condensation in them. Like if it's a clear glass, I can't
Yeah.
stand. So like if I find one that's like a ceramic or something, I actually prefer those a lot better, just because it's a lot smoother on my lips. I like smooth things on my lips.
I knew that was coming.
I can help you with that, Dirty.
I haven't found any decent like wide bore glass strip tips. All the glass strip tips
Nope.
I found are all just like a standard bore.
Yeah.
What about that one that, what's that one Mike Vapes always has on his?
The one that looks like a nipple.
Yeah.
I think they're the nip tips. I think that's what they're called.
So, Mark, you want a white bar, glass, nice drip tip?
Yeah. What do you got? Let me
Here
see.
is the Mod Vapa.
Oh,
the
yeah,
mini
that is
one.
nice. The Mod
And
Vapa
here is
tank?
the here is the bigger one. I like this drip tip.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
What is that, from the Mod Vapa?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
The
have
Mod
those.
Vapa Sub 2 MK2.
Yeah, this big glass tip. But it's still the regular bore. I mean, the outside of it is bigger, but it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
the same fucking little bore.
Yeah. But yeah, it's wide. It's not the
Yeah, I like the way
small.
these feel in my mouth.
It's 5.5 millimeters inside.
Glad you came on the show this morning, Dirty. He's getting his oral fixation. No charge.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I gotta get going, guys. My vape mill showed up today.
Nice.
Sitting on my porch right now, so I will catch up with y'all next week.
All right.
You'll always catch me over on the Vaporium. So join us at the myvaporium.net and hit us up in the G spot.
Hell yeah.
Sir. Yes,
Catch
sir.
you guys later.
All right, brother.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
And we've actually hit the 2-hour mark, so I think we're going to wrap this show up. But once again, I'm going to tell everybody next week Daryl is going to be giving away a black Crown tank with his logo on it. You have to been subscribed to everybody on this panel today. Also, you have to leave in the comments section of this show why we should pick you for that particular tank right there. And that is a very nice tank.
It's so sexy.
Anybody got anything in closing they'd like to say?
I had one last question for everyone. For those people that have like a lot of sub-ohm tanks, and you kind of use nickel coils and Canthal coils, how do you guys tell your tanks apart from which ones are nickel and which ones are Canthal? You just put them on the ohm meter, see what they read out at, or you put a band on there, or?
I write and I put tape.
Oh my god.
Oh, for me?
A nickel coil in a tank.
Oh.
You just kind of just read the resistance.
The only tank I have that has
A
temp control in it
band
right now is the Limo.
Oh, you just have one, okay.
Myself, which is probably not a good thing to say, but I've got a fairly decent memory, so I can kind of remember what I got and what, or at least I try to. But I do look at the my ohm reading when I throw it up on a tank just to make sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I got like 5 crown tanks here filled up with e-liquid, and sometimes I forget which ones have the nickel, which one doesn't.
Yeah.
Put them on the ohm meter first, and it's kind of driving me crazy.
Yeah, I have a couple.
I don't have a very good memory. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Daryl.
I have kids, but if they stole your memory,
I'm getting
who,
old.
like, I don't have it here, band, like tank protector style, like the little tiny diameter ones, and I put that on there just to remind myself if I have nickel. Also, like, I don't leave them just sitting on mods anymore.
Okay.
I swap
Yeah.
to the bottom, and it's not sitting. The coil's not sitting in juice because it could be a few days before I go back to that tank, and then that's just what I do.
Yeah, I usually tend to, if I have something built with nickel, or, well, nickel's the only thing I have temp control. I don't have titanium. Anything I have that has nickel on it is usually already on a temp control device. That's not already on a temp control device. I have it off to the side, and typically, if I have it off to the side, I'm going to put it back on. I put a new build on anyways. I don't just grab whatever's there and just throw it on. So it's kind of how I differentiate. I can't even talk.
Yeah, you're getting it there. Hey, the new speech therapy is working out pretty good for you. I can tell there's progress coming.
Yeah.
All right, people. Well, you can catch us all on YouTube. You can catch us all in the G Spot on My Vaporium. You can catch us in quite a few places nowadays, but also you can catch us on the show here every Thursday morning, and you can catch a couple of us on Mark's show. When is your show on, Mark?
Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Nice. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for everybody showing up and give me some of your time for the day, and we are going to sign off. So everybody have a good one out there in vaping land. Peace, and take you a vape there.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See
Thanks,
ya.
Scott.
See ya.